Hey guys, what's up? Let's play. Let's play the league only, right? We have played few matches yesterday and we'll continue today. Let's play on Superstar only. I'm eager to play with you guys, so please comment if you want to play any kind of friendly matches. I'm available for that.
A warm welcome to you all on this rainy afternoon to what we hope will be an enthralling encounter. They may be a little soggy, but the supporters are in good voice, and you can tell just how much this matters to them. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Back towards the middle. Tries to pass it through. And Stoichkov! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Stoichkov brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Looking for the run. Stoichkov! And he's done it! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
After 13 minutes is number 8, Stoichkov. Stoichkov. Stoichkov.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. There will be a throw-in. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Shoots! Lovely pass, but can he get there? Wriggles his way through. Cross in, looks like a good one. And it's claimed by the keeper. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Costa Curta. Iniesta. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking for options for movement.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that has found him in acres of space. Oh, that's fabulous. And that's been drilled in. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get it through? Great chance! Oh, taken with style! They have come roaring back!
There will
Well, I
be
always
1
thought they
minute
had it
added
in them,
time.
Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Chance for a shot! He's delivered all right! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Goal! Number 8, Stoichkov. Stoichkov.
And there's the end of the first half. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And the game has already resumed here. Pass somewhat off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Knocks it into space. And he was alert to it. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now, can they get him away? Chance! Really well taken goal. Again, we are level. What a contest!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. It's Iniesta! It's bounced back off the post. And it's in! And again they hit the front. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
The goal scorer after 64 minutes is number 23.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Neymar.
Stoichkov looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Tries to play it through. Cross needs to be good. And that has been knocked clear.
Substitution.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Stoichkov. And he was quick to react. 75 minutes played. Stoichkov is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable. Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper. That's a lovely, neat pass. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Holding on to the slenderest of leads here. Minutes must feel like hours. And that could set him on his way. Real chance! He's got a goal! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from...
Big chance! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! Was there ever any doubt?
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
The goal scorer.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Added minutes has been indicated.
Played out towards the right wing, and he's certainly onside here. That's tidy. There's the shot! It's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle.
And that is as far as it goes. What a game, a contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to finish. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So the gloves are off, Jim.
Whoa, what a game.
Fermin! Goal! Barcelona! And the game springs instantly to life.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Ferran Torres. Now it's Yamal. Ferran Torres. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Picked out brilliantly. Messi.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And this is Messi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Koundé. Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't...
Big chance! He's got a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. How very smart. He just got it right.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
And a chance!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Del Piero. That has been slung wide. That is lovely. There's the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Decent progress down the left. De Ligt cuts it out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Ronaldinho.
There will be
Del
one
Piero.
added time.
It's out for a goal kick. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Casado. And it's Rashford.
Rashford really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ronaldinho. Knocks it in. And Del Piero! He has done it!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for. Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
Roberto Carlos.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neymar being hounded, manhandled at times.
Well, with his set of skills, he has to stir the most concern, and...
Oh, he's been charged for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! De Jong. And Araujo. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. De Jong. Vermeer, looking understandably energised after his goal. 75 minutes played. Del Piero. Del Piero is onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Messi! He's scored! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Number 10, Lionel Messi. Substitution for Barcelona, number 16, Fermin. Coming on to replace him is number 8, Pedri. Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Balde. And here's Del Piero.
There will be
Defending of the desperate variety. This looks promising. De Jong. That's the throw.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 14, Rashford. Coming on the field is number 41.
And time is up. Decent game of football that, intense, intriguing, and both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defender who became an iconic midfield anchorman.
What's more, a remarkably good strike rate, actually.
Very true, just another level of his expertise, Peter, but his reading of the game, for me, is masterful.
Barella, and it's Neymar. Oh, super fine. Haaland! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Tries to play it through. Great vision. Chance! It's a goal! The breakthrough strike!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
Number 25.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Van Dijk. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Can he get it through? And this is Messi. And Messi! Off the post! Roberto Carlos. Messi. It's a goal kick.
India really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. Well read, nice interception. Well, that pass isn't the best. And he shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Nakata. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Neymar. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now he's got space here. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard. Nakata. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rice receives it in a wide position.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Messi. That's a decent clearance. And they're back on the ball again. And this is Del Piero. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. And hostilities... He's one-on-one, surely!
That's just playing it safe and simple. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Nakata.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there. Neymar! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Del Piero, and this is Neymar. That's a little off target. Now it's Neymar. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking to play him in. Look at the big chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Dispatched clinically. Just 1 goal in it now. Game on! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Messi. And he's quick to get it clear again. Cleared without hesitation.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Has a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Timber really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Looking for the run, and this is Hazard. And this is Messi.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And that is a little undercooked. He's through, now is he in? Nakata. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Great ball, and he's in here. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying Stoichkov! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Messi goes short. Goes looking wide. Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? And he's whipped it across. Kane. Rafinha. And it's Hazard. Hazard goes on a run down the left wing. That is good strength. Just eases him off the ball. And it's Robertson. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And the return pass. Roberto Carlos. Jimenez promptly onto that, and that is that. Camavinga. Now it's Fernandes. And he's had a shot! Still goalless at the moment. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Neymar.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. De Ligt wins the duel this time. Iniesta, a true great in every sense of the word. Now it's Stoichkov. Camavinga. Back towards the middle. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Tomori carries the ball down the right. Threads one in. That's a shade optimistic. Half-time getting close now. Eder Militao. Rice. It's Roberto Carlos. Rice. Beckham. Rafinha proves too strong. And there's the end of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
I have to say, I think it's a good performance, but it's clear that they need a little more energy and more precision up top. They proved they can create chances. Now they need to start putting them away. That's the next step.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Both sides defensively robust up to now. That'll be a throw-in. And it's Neymar. Messi. Played out wide. Tries to pass it through. And Stoichkov! There it is!
Boom! There we go. And it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Azar engages and forces him off the ball. Beckham. Messi! They've scored! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
India are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screech.
Takes a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And the lead is extended still further. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause...
And the finish! It's in! Results no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And yes, it's him again. He's having a shot! They've done it! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
India are having a ball here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Chance! And he hits the net! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways. Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Minutes has been indicated.
And now the breakaway. And we're done. India pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Stoichkov, very much the man of the moment. His boots... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. Well, now the opposition are... Neymar! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little...
It's Neymar! They've done it! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Things starting to look very comfortable. Well, and the finish! India with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Messi goes short, and this is Stoichkov. Tries a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Fernandez producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. And it's made its way to him. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. That's a sharp pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Driving on and making good progress. He's found a way through. Shoots! Oh, it's come off the upright. He has done it! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Neymar at his razor-sharp best there.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able... He's having a shot! It's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
It's become a case of men against boys.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Casillas. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's Messi. Rice.
There will be 3 minutes
Casillas.
added time.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Costa Curta. Oh, what has happened here? And the first 45 minutes are up. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
India really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
India utterly dominant in the first 45 minutes, scoring at will. So we're just settling back into this second half. Oh, given away! Chucky! And that's really well manoeuvred. Beckham. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Beckham. Rice. And De Ligt. Rice. Passes coming off in quick succession here. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, they've set out to man-mark him now, but this is an embarrassing example of too little too late.
Real chance! And it's in! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
And he's been shifted off it. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And this is Neymar. It's a pretty loose pass. Camavinga. Messi. And it's Roberto Carlos. De Ligt. Eder Militao. Now it's Messi. Now it's Stoichkov. Spread out to the left. Roberto Carlos. And De Ligt. Eder Militao. Now Costa Curta. Iniesta. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Beckham. Oh, good take and a good... It's Iniesta! Mbappe. Has a shot! Really well taken goal. And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Minutes is number 13, David Beckham.
Just 5 minutes left. Succumbs to the pressure. Can he get it through? Can he get onto this? Now it's Iniesta. Iniesta!
2 minutes has been indicated.
And that's wide. Ricci. And time is up. India really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beck. It's Neymar!
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
That's good play. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. De Ligt. Beckham. Looking for the run. And he was quick to react. David Costas. And it's Rondon. Rice gets a foot in here. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's managed to get free. And up he goes! Oh, the keeper's done very, very well to deny him. And he's gone looking for safety. Iniesta. A true great in every sense of the word. Neymar. He's free, he has got space. Neymar!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Can he get on the end of this? Rondon is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Ejaria. He's picked his way through. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Rondon. And it's lofted through here. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. And that is a little undercooked. Rondon. And that has been knocked clear. Neymar. Costa Curta. And it's Rice. That's Beckham. Now it's Stoichkov. Beckham. Eder Militao. There's the shot! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So a fascinating half, full of talking points, not least that last very, very late one. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's
Beckham! It's in!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Drilled in low. That's really well cleared. Almost an hour gone. Now it's Iniesta. Now it's Stoichkov. Nicely shaped ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substitutions taking place.
And it's Iniesta. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And now they can clear their lines. Tries to play it through. Gets into some space. Lovely feet. Now the cross. It's in! looks to me very much like an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Fortuitous as it may have been, they all count one. Oh, this is a real chance! They've scored! And they get themselves in front! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Brilliantly cut out.
Substitution.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And this is Stoichkov. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Messi. Number 8, Stoichkov. Number 7, Iniesta.
Dendonka.
Coming on the field.
Echaria.
Number 17,
That has been slung wide.
Ronaldinho.
And
Number
he's intervened
15,
well there.
Mbappe.
De Bruyne.
Number 22, De Bruyne.
Now it's Mbappe. Well, that pass isn't the best. Almost there, but it's cold sweats all round. De Bruyne. And it's Ronaldinho.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
I think we're just about done here.
Been indicated.
Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Well, that looks a cracking ball. Dendonka. Lopez. Echaria. Here's Brekalo. Hops for safety. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Can he stop it going out? Drives it in. And that's that. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.